Okay. So some are already here. Things we must got it. We invite some are already here. Things we must got it. Join the class. We invite. Hey, good afternoon. Okay, so let's just wait for the others. Let's wait until 2:20, then we can start with a new discussion for finals. Okay, so while waiting, let me remind you of those students who haven't taken the examination yet. So last night I sent the numbers of those students who haven't taken the examination. So after the discussion today, please take the examination. I'm asking 2/2, you have the most numbers of students who haven't taken the examination. For 2/3, all of them finished. And for other classes, so after this day and you haven't taken the retest, I'll give you just the passing mark. Okay, but again, we will cut short the lesson for today, not like 30 minutes or 40 minutes only, and then the rest of the time would be for the activity that I will be giving you. And for the others, especially those who haven't taken the test, do that one first. So the activity, you can do that one after. Okay, so I'll be giving you until next week to finish the activity. Okay. You have to do first the examination. So let me just send of those who haven't taken the examinations yet. Not much update, but okay. There we go. So we can cut. Sorry. Okay. So again, I will be sending the list of the students who will have passed or failed the test. So after this, take time to do the examination, and also the activities that you haven't sent yet, kindly send them after, so that you will have your final, the midterms grades already. Okay, so since it's already past 2:22, you can check the list later again. So let's start the lesson. So, wait, where is teacher Tun? No. Let's start check. Okay. Co-host. Okay. So, okay, let's start the lesson with a trivia or a question, which is, it's about the cell, since our last topics are about the human organization and the basic or the building block of all living organisms are cells. Now, I have here a question. What is the largest human body cell? The largest. It's a cell. Anyone? Hello? Yeah. What's your answer? You have any idea? Again?
System.
Okay. I say cell. It's not a tissue. It's not a system. It's not an organ.
Body.
A cell. It's a body cell. Yeah. What do you think is the biggest or the largest cell in the human body? So, example for the nervous system, it's called the neuron. Cell is called the neuron. Okay. What else? For say circulatory system, the blood cells. So you have there the red blood cells. Okay. So in the whole body of the human, we're talking about human body. What is the biggest body cell? Do you have an idea? None? Okay. And the answer is actually it's the egg cell or the ovum. Okay. So biggest cell. How about the smallest? the smallest human body cell. Okay, so if the egg cell or the ovum is the largest, what do you think is the smallest? Hello? Any idea? It's somewhat related or connected with the answer of the first one. Boys? Any idea? Hello?
No.
Okay, so actually the answer here is it's the sperm cell. So the largest human body cell is the egg cell and the smallest is the sperm cell. So our general topic for today has something to do with these two cells. So we are going to talk about the human reproductive system, which consists now of the egg cell for the females and the sperm cells for the males. So let's start first with the male. So we have the, no. Let's start first with the general function or the main function of reproductive system as a whole, not male or female. Okay. So the main function of this one for survival, to ensure the survival of the species. So for this case, for human survival, which is to create or produce an offspring. When we say offspring, these are live birth child. So the reproductive system is to reproduce. So reproduce the same species, which is humans. So, okay, to produce an offspring or reproduce another human being. So this one is divided into producing egg or sperm cells, transport and sustain the cells, which is both the egg and sperm cell, which actually you call them gametes. The egg and sperm cell are called gametes. Okay, and to nurture offspring and produce hormones. So we will be discussing the hormones later, but we will be mostly discussing first the first three. Okay, and others. Okay, the primary and secondary functions also includes formation of the gonads. Gonads, again, it's the same as the gametes. The gametes is the egg and sperm. Gonads are the things that are covering or associated with the gametes. Okay, so let's go with this one. So on. This one here, gametes. This is the term, gametes, for egg and sperm. Okay, oops. So let's start with the male reproductive system first. Okay, so here is the general overview or how it looks like. So at the front, for the front side, this will be how it looks like. And on the side here, okay. So here are some of the parts of the male reproductive system. Okay. So the male reproductive system contains the external. When we say external, this is what we see outside. Okay. So of course, we can see here the penis, testis, and scrotum. Okay, we will be discussing this one as we go on. And the internal parts, which we don't see, it's covered, it's inside the human body. Okay, which includes the prostate glands, vas deferens, and urethra. Okay. Here. So here on this part, this is what we see on the outside. But the ones here, the one that is being covered is the internal part. Okay, but okay. So the first one is the penis. So this one is what we see outside. Okay, so it's a spongy tissue that can be filled with blood to cause an erection. Okay, obviously erection means when the penis is filled with blood. It will be erected meaning will go straight up. That's erection. And it is the route or the passageway for semen and urine. So it is both a passage for urine and semen. So men cannot have an cannot pee or cannot urinate while having an erection. Okay. So again, so it's different. Next, scrotum. The scrotum is just like, well, in general, we call them the balls. So this is the egg shape that we see on the outer part of the males. And this one, it's a loose bag of skin that hangs outside the body. Yes, that's why we call them the balls. And inside, of course, is the testicles. So the scrotum is the outer part, which is the external, and the internal part is the testicles. Okay, here, testicles or testes. Okay, yes. So we're talking about that one here. So the internal part, or the one that is being covered by the scrotum, is called the testes or testicles. So these are pairs of egg-shaped glands that sit on the scrotum or the outtip. So again, this one is the internal, okay? And this is where the sperms are created. So it is where they are created and produced. So it's just like it is produced and it's also contained in that. So when it is time for males to ejaculate or release them, then that's the time it will only come out through this one, the epididymis. So this is like a tube or also a passage for the sperm. So from the testicles, it will be going out through the epididymis, or just like the tubes, through the penis out. So it's just like a passageway. There. So the word must pass through. So it's a tube. So most likely that's it. So it's just like a road or a route for the sperm to pass through. The vas deferens is a thick-walled, joined by epididymis. It carries sperm through the prostate glands through the urethra. Urethra is also for it's most likely part for the urinary system. Okay. Okay, so one accessory part, which is also an internal part of the male reproductive system, is the prostate glands. So this one will produce a alkaline or base secretion so that the sperm can go inside or stay inside the female reproductive system later on, if they're going to have an intercourse. So it's actually the white or whitish part that we see when males ejaculate. So again, for the penis, it is the route for the semen and for urine. In that semen that you see, it is actually being produced here in the prostate gland. Okay, that semen is basic or somewhat alkaline. Okay, so you must know that, again, the nature of semen is a basic liquid. Okay, and urethra. Okay. So urethra, it's an opening. So this one is somewhat basically part of the urinary tract, and also the reproductive, because for males it is somewhat both urinary and reproductive, especially for the tracts going out, which is the testis, the penis and urethra. Urethra is the opening of the penis. So the opening there is the urethra. Same with females. It is also called the urethra, or the opening, which is the passage for both sperm and urine for males. But for females, it is only for urine. Okay, next. Let's go for females' reproductive system. Okay. Female reproductive system is composed of pairs of ovaries, as you can see there. Okay. So again, there is an external part and an internal part. So this is how it looks like. This is what you see inside. So this is the internal part. Also, this one is internal part. For external, for females, what is only seen outside is called the vulva, or the vagina, the outer part of the vagina. So most of the female reproductive parts are internal. Unlike for males or men, three parts are already found external or outside, but for females, mostly internal. Okay, so here is the general parts of the female reproductive system. Sorry. Okay. Okay. So kindly look at this, and we'll be discussing each one at a time. So again, the ones outside is just the outer part of the vagina, which is the only external part, and the rest are internal. So first part here are the ovaries. Ovaries are found at the end of the fimbriae, or this one's here. This one, number 4. Okay. So in male counterparts, it is the scrotum. So in the scrotum, it is where the sperm cells are created. But for the female counterpart, which is the ovary, it is where the egg cells are created. Then, okay. So again, as I mentioned from the first one, egg cell is also called the ovum. Okay, so it is situated or located on both sides of the lower abdomen at the end of the fimbriae. Okay, this one. Each ovary measured 2 to 4 centimeters in length, which is connected to the uterus and pelvic wall. So that one here. So it is attached here. So this is the uterine wall, and this one, the fallopian tube. And the fimbriae that I keep mentioning is this one, the hand-like projection at the end of the tube. Okay, next, the uterus, or in general, in layman's term, we call it the womb, or it is where womb is where the babies or the eggs, when the egg cell would be fertilized, it is where it will be located or situated. It is where babies would be forming. That's why it's called the womb. So the structure for the uterus is mostly muscles. So it is inverted, meaning it's just like upright. So instead of standing up, it's like standing on its head. So inverted. Pear-shaped organ of the female reproductive system consists of 3. So this one is thick and have to menstruate every month, and layers or the third layer would outer part of that uterus is the cervix. Cervix, which is, wait, here. So this is the uterus, and here there is like a sphincter. So it's just like the valves, just like when we're talking about the circulatory system. At the end, there is always a valve that will prevent backflow. But for this one, it is called the cervix. So it's not totally closed, but it will just a little. So it will not be easy for foreign objects to just go in and out. So this is the cervix. So here, this one can actually be opening and closing, especially for giving birth. Okay. Next, the fallopian tube. Again, so this one is like the epididymis for the male counterpart. So it is passage for the egg cell to go from the ovary to the uterus. So just like for the sperm cell, it would be a passage for the sperm to go out. So same, fallopian tube, or in male counterparts is the epididymis. Also, it's a passage tube. But for fallopian tube, they are larger. Okay, again, the egg cell is the largest cell in the human body system. So of course it has to be bigger. And at the end of this fallopian tubes are called fimbriae, this one. Okay, again, these are like the finger-like structure at the end, and it is where the ovary is holding. Okay, each fallopian tube is covered by cilia. So the cilia is also a hair-like structure, so that it would help to move the ovum or the egg cell from the ovary out through to the uterus. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm making sense. And the vagina, the muscular and elastic tube that connects the cervix and the external body. Okay, so this is actually what holds the penis during the intercourse. So of course, the penis will not go straight to the uterus, but it's just in the vagina. And also at the end, again, is the cervix, so that it will not go through the uterus. So again, that's why there is the covering or the cervix. So just through the vagina. So in here, so it would be also like the penis part for the males, that okay, the external or the outer part for males, but this one only for females. I'm not sure, am I making sense? Okay, so here again, it function as a receptacle for a penis in sexual intercourse. So this is what I was talking about. This is only where it will receive the penis on that area, on that only. It will not go straight to the uterus. And it also acts as a birth canal by expanding to allow delivery of the fetus during childbirth. Okay, I'm not sure if, okay, any question there? Okay, So I know I kind of didn't explain it too well, but first of all, I'd like you to do this one as your homework. So after this one, when we will end the class, I would like to let you do this one. So for your homework, write 5 changes that will happen to our body from being a boy to a man and from a girl to a woman. Okay, so these are the physical or even psychological changes that happens to a person. Okay, so we will be discussing again the parts of the reproductive system as we go through. So yeah, so that it would be easier and more clear for you to understand the function really of the body parts. Okay, so these changes here that we are talking about is called the puberty. So most of you are in this period. So what are these changes that maybe you have observed or you know? No? Okay. So again, I will end the class and then I will let you do this one and then again send it to our line group. So for those who haven't done the examination and the previous activities for midterms, I want you to do that one first. And for those who have done everything, kindly do this one first. Just 5 for being a boy to a man and then a girl to a woman. Okay? Hello? Hello? Questions? Okay. Again, for the parts and function of these ones, we will be discussing them again as we go through the next and lessons so that it would be more clear for you to understand the function of which. So today is just an introduction of the body parts of the reproductive system. Am I making myself clear? Hello? No questions? Okay, so if there are no questions, I will be sending this PowerPoint. And the last slide is your homework. So the first slides would be your notes, especially for the coming lesson. So for finals, it would be mostly about reproductive system. Okay. Okay. So if there are no more questions, we can end the class for now. So we are left, we have 30 minutes more. So for the rest of the time, again, kindly do the activities that you haven't done yet. And for those who have done it already, again, just focus on your homework. So here. Okay, there. I already sent the PowerPoint in the line group. So Again, I will be creating an album, and for your homework, just take a screenshot of the last slide where you will be writing your answers, or on a separate sheet, maybe do it on a Word. So just the template would be just like the last slide for the one I sent you. Okay. Okay, so we can end the call for now and concentrate on the activities that I asked you to. Okay, and please don't forget to write your names on the text. Okay, here. Okay, so we have 5 activities that I asked you for midterms. The first one is the KWH table, and then the levels of organization. That's the second one. The third one is the respiratory system, just breathe. Fourth, the respiratory model and goosebumps. And then the last one is the tracing the blood flow. Okay, that's the 5 activities for finals. If you haven't done, or if you missed sending work of any of this, kindly do that one now, and also the examination, especially those who haven't taken it yet. So for you, kindly check also, for those who passed, kindly check if your friends are on the list of those who haven't. So I also put here on the notes in our line group the names or the numbers of those who haven't taken the examination yet. Okay, so kindly do this one now so I can already compute for your midterms grades. Thank you very much. So if you have no question, again, you can move out of the call or the Zoom meeting right now. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So where's that? Okay, bye-bye. So I'm still waiting for your responses for the examination. Okay. So please concentrate on the activities that I have already sent you and asked you. Okay. Activity 1. Activity 2. Levels of organization. Activity 3. Respiratory system. Activity 4. Okay. Okay. So I will end the call now.